Hi, my name is Anthony DeAngelo. I'm the Media Relations Manager in APCO Worldwide's Washington, D.C. office. I'm a former Democratic Communications Director in the U.S. House of Representatives, and I'm here today with the three things you need to know about the political ramifications of the recent vote by the U.S. House to repeal and replace Obamacare. Number one, it's important to take a step back and remember that context is key here. The Affordable Care Act has seen an uptick recently in its approval, hovering around 50%. So the legislation itself is not as certain people would say on Twitter, politically toxic, but healthcare itself is still something that people are uneasy with. And a lot of that is centered around the issue of cost. I think we saw during the last election a lot of debate about the cost of health care. You look at a lot of polls and focus groups that have been done around this issue, and people across the country are still very concerned about cost. The second thing to know is that this vote potentially shifts the paradigm in the debate. And it could shift it from cost to access. One of the things that Democrats have been talking about over the course of this debate is the 24 million people that stand to lose their coverage if the legislation passes the Senate as is and is signed by President Trump into law. You're going to see Democrats trying to shift the conversation from cost to access. And if that's the case, the Democrats might find a winning message on this. If it stays within the paradigm of cost, that's a bit of a wash for both sides. And actually the real winner there is President Trump, who gets to point to Washington and say, the system is broken, it's Washington's fault. And finally, the third thing is that when looking at the real ramifications, the electoral ramifications of this, it's important not just to look at the congressional map, the House and the Senate. There are a lot of big gubernatorial elections in 2018 that are up, and as you may know, Medicaid expansion has been a big issue in gubernatorial races over the course of the last 8 years or so. So look to not only House and Senate races, but gubernatorial races, state House, state Senate races as big items politically. So again, the three things, remember, context is key. Look for the debate to shift between cost versus access, and look at the whole map, not just Capitol Hill, for the real political implications.